This is the Willgo Wheelchair User Manual. This should ideally be viewed in association with the Willgo Wheelchair User Manual downloaded from the website www.willgowheelchairs.com. The Willgo Wheelchair has been developed in association with leading hospitals and wheelchair users and looks like any other conventional wheelchair. It can be used in exactly the same way. Around the home, the office, powering at the hand rims. Deciding to travel further, the transmission is engaged. 2 easy motions, 2 seconds. The handles raise automatically and the wheelchair is powered away with the user sitting upright, loading against the backrest. The design is simple and easy to maintain. The wheelchair could be maintained with nothing more than a set of hexagon spanners and a small screwdriver. You could do this yourself, or you could ask any mobility or bicycle retailer with a small workshop. For correct tracking, the front wheels should be vertical to the ground. The front wheel clamps are secured to the frame tube by hexagon nuts. Adjust the upper nut to the 1 o'clock position and the lower nut to the 11 o'clock position. To adjust the upper transmissions through 2 settings for users with longer or shorter arms, remove the lock screw, loosen the transmission block to clamp plate screws, hold the tie bar or tie tube and adjust the transmission to the new setting. Follow the same procedure for the lower transmission where there are 5 settings. Initially, use the middle or rearward settings for a more stable wheelchair. Locate the transmission block to frame lock screw hole using a rod or fine screwdriver and screw in the lock screw. Tighten the clamp plate screws. Do not over-tighten the lock screw. For the correct tension on the pulley belt, remove the upper pulley wheel, wind most of the pulley belt onto the lower pulley wheel, pull the upper pulley wheel to a position in line with the upper axle, rotate the upper pulley wheel half a turn, fit the pulley wheel and screw. To check pulley belt tension, pull out the indexing bolt and allow the handles to raise automatically. If the handles do not raise automatically, add 1/4 turn to the upper pulley wheel. To adjust backrest angle, loosen the screw at the seat tube and rotate the backrest to the required angle. Tighten the screw at the seat tube and the lock nut on the other side of the tube. A hammock effect in the seating fabric assists lateral stability. To adjust the seat fabric, lay the wheelchair on its back, loosen the seating strip screws Separate the Velcro, adjust the seat fabric, reseal the Velcro and tighten the seating strip screws. The fabric tension can be adjusted differently front to back. To remove the rear wheel, depress the end button in the lower axle. Hold the end button in and remove the rear wheel. To adjust the adjustable footrest, lay the wheelchair on its back and remove the 2 retaining screws. Using a soft-faced hammer, adjust the adjustable footrest to the required height. The handles are held in the lock-down position, allowing transit to and from the wheelchair by indexing bolts. The indexing bolts can be set to give an engage or disengage position. The hydraulic disc brake lever can be adjusted for lever throw and lever tension. Rotate the small screw in the end of the disc brake lever for lever throw and the dial for lever tension. Clockwise increases the tension, anti-clockwise decreases the tension. When learning the capabilities of the wheelchair, it is a good idea to fit the anti-tip tube. Holding the button depressed, insert the tube to the rear frame hook. The disc brake levers can be inverted to give a pull to brake system for wheelchair users with reduced hand pressure. The brake bar can be set to engaged or disengaged. The indexing bolt can be set to an engaged or disengaged position. The transmission blocks are secured to the frame tubes by clamp plate screws, prevented from sliding along the frame tubes by lock screws, and connected by the tie bar with left and right threaded nuts. The tie tube is glued into the upper transmission blocks with general contact adhesive and secured with superglued collets. The anti-tip tube can be set to engaged or disengaged. The parking brakes can be scissor action or push-pull brake. The backrest fabric is fully adjustable for varying tension. The pulley belts are secured to the pulley wheels with general contact adhesive and small screws preventing the pulley belts from unwinding. The rotation of the clock spring is opposing to the rotation of the pulley belt. The clutches are secured into the lower pulley wheels with high strength adhesive and keys. The tie bar can be rotated clockwise or anti-clockwise, adjusting the tension in the tie bar nuts. The red toggle is flipped over to engage or disengage the transmission.